city. Zhu Jing was in a good mood at the moment. However, he had not yet fallen to the point of being arrogant and complacent. Suddenly, he thought of something. Zhang Yi just told me something. He said that Gao Changkong is an undercover in Blizzard City. Zhu Jing frowned. Why would Zhang Yi say that? Gao Changkong has no reason to cooperate with Eclipse Moon, does he? That sentence was originally just a way for Zhang Yi to divert attention and sling mud. In fact, he didn't have any evidence either. But somehow, Zhang Yi did realize something. He was certain that there must be something wrong if Gao Changkong did not come to their aid as agreed. He had only exaggerated and reported the problem back to Zhu Jing. This made Zhu Jing start paying attention to this aspect of the problem. Lan Xinchen was also full of doubts. Zhang Yi suddenly said something about Gao Changkong being the mole without any evidence. But the reincarnation squad really didn't do anything special during this operation. Zhu Jing rubbed his chin and thought for a moment, then said, "Contact the reincarnation squad immediately. Also, tell Zhang Yi and the others to rest where they are, they don't need to hurry back. They've fought such a hard battle, they must be very tired. It just so happens that Tianhai City is Zhang Yi's hometown, so it would be good for him to rest there." Lan Xinchen praised, "Yes, Commander Zhu. You really understand your subordinates." A sneer appeared at the corner of Lan Xinchen's mouth. He was somewhat resistant to Gao Changkong's reincarnation squad. Because Gao Changkong was from District E of Blizzard City, his teammates were also basically from the lower districts. This was completely different from Lan Xinchen, who was from a noble family. Even though they had become members of the investigation squad, Lan Xinchen did not really think that they were equal to him. This was arrogance from a class perspective. This time, the reincarnation squad had done nothing special. So this time around, he would definitely make fun of them and serve them a slice of humble pie. Naturally, Lan Xinchen had some amusement in his heart. He had even thought of how he would taunt Gao Changkong when he returned to Blizzard City. Soon, he walked over to the window and was shocked at what he saw. It was the reincarnation squad. Sometimes, I often wonder why those bigwigs can always remain so high and mighty, deciding the lives and deaths of others. Then I figured it out, it's power. Power is the supreme thing. Money, fame, and wealth are worthless in the face of power. Gao Changkong smiled as he loaded his gun with bullets, speaking to the members of the reincarnation squad. In the past, I worked hard in basketball for so many years and achieved a lot, winning countless trophies. They called me a hero. But even a hero like me was unable to secure a chance for my parents to survive the apocalypse in Blizzard City. Since then, I have come to understand what a hero is. A hero is nothing in the face of power. Justice has to be fought for with our fists. I wanted to use peaceful methods to climb the social ladder, gain status, and change this unfair world. But they didn't even give me that chance. So now, I'll just have to speak to them in my own way. The members of the reincarnation squad came out one after the other. They were wearing combat uniforms and stood in front of the headquarters of the command center building. The guards at the door saw them and smiled and saluted. "Captain Gao, you're back so soon. Did you return victorious from your mission?" "I knew it. There's no mission you can't accomplish." Facing the enthusiastic guards, Gao Changkong smiled and walked over. Although they were all armed with bullets and ready for battle, no one stopped them. Because the reincarnation squad are the heroes of Blizzard City. Who would suspect their protectors? But there was something fishy about this. Shouldn't the reincarnation squad be hundreds of kilometers away in Linhai City? Why had they suddenly appeared here? Lan Xinchen was dumbfounded when he saw this and immediately ran over to tell Zhu Jing. "What do you mean? Members of the reincarnation squad have appeared in the command center." Zhu Jing also stood up in surprise. "Reincarnation squad? Aren't they still above Tianhai City? How did they appear here?" Some staff members had already retrieved the surveillance footage from the first floor. It was indeed the members of the reincarnation squad. Led by Gao Changkong, there were 9 members in total. There was only one person missing. Why did they appear here? What is going on? Zhu Jing suddenly thought of Zhang Yi's warning. The reincarnation squad may have betrayed Blizzard City. Cold sweat poured down Lan Xinchen's forehead. The one who is missing is Chen Xiaojing, ability code, Chameleon. He can perfectly disguise himself as anything. Zhu Jing gritted his teeth and roared, "Damn it. The guys who went to Linhai City were all fakes, and the real reincarnation squad never left Blizzard City from the beginning. Yes, the members of the reincarnation squad had never left. The only ones who had left were the Tengu squad and the elite Yanyan troops led by Tu Yunlai. There was no doubt as to what they were planning to do. Zhu Jing immediately shouted, "Don't let them up. Activate the building's security system immediately and order all city guards to come and support us." The entire outer perimeter of the building was immediately covered in a thick layer of special metal plates. At the same time, the corridors and staircases on each floor were separated by dozens of heavy metal doors. The red alert sounded harshly. The combat center had the highest level of defenses. Once fully opened, it would be impossible for even a high-level mutant to break through in a short period of time. No one expected the reincarnation squad to suddenly stage a rebellion. The entire Blizzard City immediately entered a state of level 1 alert. The headquarters of the command center building also activated all its security defenses. Outside the shelter, Lu Karen, Zhou Qir, Yang Xia and Zhou Haimei were all waiting outside, anxious for the return of everyone. Clasping her hands, Zhou Qir asked, "Why haven't they returned yet? Didn't they just say that Zhu Jing told them to come back and rest and that they were already on their way back?" Lu Karen replied, "Don't worry, they must be winding down and are a bit slower." The group on the other side were arriving near the shelter. Fatty Sue with a hungry stomach asked everyone, "Aren't you guys hungry? I can't wait to see what's cooking for today." Zhang Yi glanced over and told Liang Yu, "Let Zhou Qir take a look at that wound of yours, it shouldn't be a problem for her to heal it." She nodded with a smile, thankful that Zhang Yi was paying attention to her. Yang Xinxin boasted, "Brother, I've gotten a lot better at controlling the Angel of Desire this time, and I'll definitely be even better next time." As they suddenly arrived outside the shelter, Zhou Qir yelled, "Zhang Yi! Zhang Yi!" Zhang Yi looked at them with a smile. "Qir, I'm fine. It looks like we've worried you all." Zhou Haimei told everyone, "Let's get inside, the food is ready." The outside temperatures were freezing, so they hurriedly went inside and went downstairs to the dining room for an amazing feast. As the food was getting ready to be plated, Zhou Qir was curious about what had happened and asked Zhang Yi, "Was it difficult to defeat the Ronin this time around?" Zhang Yi casually said, "With me here, there are no accidents." Yang Xinxin also chimed in, "Qir, I've also improved my abilities as well." Fatty Sue had worked up an appetite and leaned back in the chair. "I'm starving, can't you all hurry up?" Uncle Yu gave a light smack behind Fatty Sue's head. "Hey, what's the rush? It's almost ready, isn't it?" Everyone broke into laughter. This heartwarming feeling was one of the treasures that Zhang Yi had worked hard to fight for. Fatty Sue rubbed his head looking guilty. "I'm just hungry." Zhang Yi stood up from his chair and raised his glass. "Here's a toast to the peace and joy our family can enjoy." Everyone happily stood up and raised their glasses with smiles and laughters. Cheers!
If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon and like the video. Thank you.